This is the PPC Tutor Podcast. Join us as we provide valuable tools, tips and resources, helping you to kickstart your PPC career.
Hi there. Thank you for listening to this podcast episode. My name is Mike, and today I want to talk about improving your PPC campaigns. How can you do that? And I'm going to share with you just 3 simple tips on how you can improve your PPC campaigns, whether that's in Google Ads, Microsoft Ads, and you're just running your ads and targeting people who are searching. There are ways to really improve those campaigns and make sure you're not wasting any budget, make sure you are profitable, and just continuing to improve the performance. There's no cause to advertise and not to see any returns from your advertising. This is the beauty of PPC because unlike other channels, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a return from it. You should be able to see a return from the effort that you're putting in, whether that's direct response, whether it's people calling or purchasing or contacting from your website. PPC should really work for itself and work for your business. Now, there are obviously many ways to improve PPC campaigns, and in future episodes I'm going to talk about those. But today I just want to talk about some of the ones that I tend to see that are really important, especially for new advertisers, those who are just getting started and are not really using all the advanced features in Google Ads. So tip number 1, I would say the first one is you really need to make sure you are targeting traffic that is performing and not targeting anything that's underperforming or is irrelevant. Now, what do I mean by that? One of the things you can do in Google Ads, for example, is you can go in and actually see the searches that your campaign is getting. So you'll be able to see what people are searching with, and you can understand the intent behind that. Understanding intent is very important, and you can take some time to really see what those people are searching with. And I'm not just talking about the keywords that you add in your account. I'm talking about the actual search queries that people use when they search on Google, and you're able to see that and see whether it works or not for your business. One of the things is when you're starting, it's going to be it's going to be the case that you're going to get some searches that are not relevant, and that's natural, that's expected, but you need to block them quickly because you don't want them to continue triggering your ads and wasting your spend. So what you need to do is add some of those searches as negative keywords and block them. You can do that in your campaign at the keyword level and just select any searches that are not relevant and block them. So what you're trying to do by doing that is over time, you want to get your search accuracy to about close to 100%. Because when you get it to that level, you will then start to see your campaigns really becoming profitable, and you can see a return on ad spend over 200%, 300%, which is what you want to aim for. So you really need to block those. And it's not just blocking the irrelevant ones, also block any that are not converting. So if you get a search query that's had a significant amount of traffic and it's not converting, so maybe it obviously varies on the industry. For some businesses, the average cost per click can be high and some is low. If yours is low, maybe under £1 or under $1, you can afford to, in many cases, get up to 100 clicks and see if a search query is working or not, especially if it looks relevant but you're not too sure. So take that into consideration. But if you're spending over £10, $10 a click, it's going to take, sometimes you probably shouldn't wait until you get 100 clicks, because usually that means in competitive industries, service industries, you can see some of those average cost per clicks, and getting 30 or 40 clicks will give you a good indication if it's working or not. So for example, if you are an accountant and you get 30 clicks from a particular search term, and it's not converting, usually sometimes there's an issue there and you need to look into it. But if you're an e-commerce business, people search in all kinds of ways for products and stuff, so you should be able to allow it to run even longer. And with e-commerce, average cost per click tend to be very low, like 30p, 30 cents per click, which is much lower than service businesses that are targeting a local audience. So that's something to really take into consideration, how much traffic you're getting. If it's not converting, just block it, and then just continue blocking those that are not relevant as well, and you will see performance improve as you get your search accuracy close to about 100%. Now, the second tip is to improve your recommendations that you see in your PPC campaigns in Google Ads. Now, in Google Ads, you have the machine learning system, and what it does is it scans your site, scans your ads, your campaigns, and regularly sends you insights that it believes will help improve your campaigns. And that's powerful because there are many things that you don't see going on, and it's not, sometimes you don't even have the time to manage and update things, but the system can notify you of something, a search term that's not doing well, or searches that are not actually in there, or headlines that you could add that could potentially improve your responsive search ads. So the recommendations page, it's in there in Google Ads. You'll be able to see some of these recommendations, and any that are relevant, you should select and add them and apply them, and any that are not, just select them and dismiss them and give a reason why. Doing that is just going to continue improving your campaigns, and you're going to get better recommendations as time goes. And it also improves your account's optimization score and boosts your overall performance. So I would recommend doing that. A lot of people ignore the recommendations and they think, well, some don't know that they're actually there and could help. But it's really a way to leverage the machine learning system, because it's very quick in spotting gaps in your campaigns, and you can apply some of those and just see your overall performance increase. And finally, the third tip I would give you is, once you've improved your search queries, once you're getting a good return, and you've updated your recommendations and are continuing to do so, now you need to come to something that's very important that a lot of people ignore, and they ignore it because it relates to money, and that's increasing your budgets. Once your targeting is great and you're getting a good traffic volumes and conversions, this is the time to really scale things up. And a quick way to scale up is to increase your budgets, especially if there's scope, there's a lot of opportunities to get more clicks and so forth, especially if you're not getting all the impressions and clicks that are out there. This is one of those times where you really need to increase budgets. And it's not really about spend, it's an investment. It's something you definitely need to do, because one, it's really getting competitive. Google Ads works, PPC works, but you can't be stuck in one place. You need to be continuously moving, and increasing budgets is one way to be moving your account forward and improving your overall performance. So I would say, yes, at some point you need to increase your budgets. It's going to make a big difference, and a lot of people ignore this, and they just keep running campaigns on the same budget. They do it for months and months and years, and performance starts to go down, and a lot of them contact me, and I look at it and I tell them the issue here really is a budget issue. Yes, you need to optimize your ads. Yes, you need to update those, but budget is also an issue, and many people are afraid to increase budgets. when it's actually an investment. So those are the 3 tips that I would say, will help you to improve your PPC campaigns. As I mentioned, there's a lot more, and as you manage your campaigns, you're going to see that, and you will see a massive return when you're continuously in there and updating and improving them.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the PPC Tutor Podcast. To find out more, why not connect with us online by visiting our website at www.mikencube.co.uk. Join us again next time for more valuable tools, tips and resources helping you to kickstart your PPC career.